So The Witcher season 4 dropped about a week ago, and I have to admit, I'm disappointed. So the new season just follows the story immediately after season 3, but kind of a little touch to introduce us to the new Witcher actor, Liam Hemsworth. And I'll have to admit, he was good. I mean, the showrunners depict Geralt as a character that doesn't show emotions, kind of like a stoic kind of character. The most facial expressions we see for this season is, I think, the scene where he's tortured. Of course, everybody's gonna be showing some emotions. But yeah, that was almost like the only part where we see Geralt showing emotion, or at least for this version of Geralt, and maybe added some scenes with the F word, how Geralt would raise an eyebrow or something. But yeah, not much acting shown. Yeah, as you know, that was the main actor who had all of the drama and controversies. As for the other actors and actresses, I don't really see any bad acting, like, blatantly. It was just the plot and the screenwriting that wasn't set up for them properly. And this brings us to the next problem, the next section of this video. And that is the screenplay. So the plot is this big war happening, and the destiny of and the fate, destiny and the fate of the main protagonists that are it's looking very bleak for them. Like, it- they are not very themselves right now. And the tone of the screenplay is supposed to be like a serious on some of these stuff, like trying to resolve planning the solution for the issues, like the mages plan the war room scene and so on. Like, it's just not there. The tone is just, to me, it looks like a comedy. Okay, now let's have a breakdown on what just happened this season for the story and plot. So episode 1, Big Man Geralt trying to save fake Ciri from Emir's castle. Yennefer wants to really get revenge on Vilgefortz, and Ciri's doing her own thing, you know? No, not you. Man, my Ciri just popped up. What's wrong with... And Ciri's doing her own thing, rats stuff. So far, so good. Now, for episode 2, Geralt pursues his quest of rescuing Ciri and stumble upon a wraith, which he then fought and won, and then encounters somebody in the cemetery named Emil Regis, who is friendly and offers spirits and medicine to Geralt and friend. After morning comes, Regis joins? Question mark. And meanwhile, in Yennefer's perspective, she is still hunting for Vilgefortz and discovers an encounter with three wild mages of Vilgefortz's team. But thanks to Philippa, they prevail this time. And as for Ciri, her dedication to the gang just increases, which we see the scene where she pledges to the rats. It did not touch any emotions to the audience at all. It just looked like some sort of role play that kids do, run around and act like adventurers or something. Uh, isn't this like supposed to be like the turning point of Siri's life? That she's turning to the dark side, like fully being a rat now, like a one member of a gang of thieves. And in the third episode, oh boy, it just goes completely downhill. I mean, Jennifer arranges a meeting with like an old mage, supposedly important woman, and a dwarf, a female dwarf, and other mages that we have seen, and also the elf ruler, the queen Francesca, and they just come and boast around, spitting out like funny stories and jokes. Like to me, this really ruined the whole mood of the show. Isn't the tone when we have seen in the past seasons was kind of like a gritty, quick-witted. If it's a humor is quick-witted humor, not blatantly comedy and a fantasy comedy like this felt like not not in the same realm of the story that we have seen. It's just out of nowhere comedy. Episode 4, I don't even want to talk about it, man. Can we skip it? I don't even understand it. Like, what were they trying to show? Like, switching back and forth from Geralt and Ciri with that Greylock or Hound creature screaming, roaring, and Geralt is tortured, being tortured, screaming also. Like, episode 5, I kind of like some of those scenes where they are just resting in the forest and killing time. As time goes by, we see or hear and see that Gra- Geralt's crew members' past backstories, how they become what they are now. For example, Zoltan was working as a blacksmith, but he was betrayed by one of his own or his leader. And so now Yarpin, who was yapping about him now, kind of like feel sorry, and now they're teammates now. Yeah, basically all of them had sad backstories in the past. So this is like their new family or companionship. Yeah, all of those backstories were kind of interesting, but yeah, there's one that really bothers me, and that is Garrett himself. He mentioned himself that, or somebody, I forgot that.
Huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
that he wanted to be a knight as a child, and the surname Riviere, Geralt of Riviere. Riviere, he gave it to himself as part of wanting to get contracts of more contracts opportunities on night jobs, which I don't understand because aren't witchers are trained as a child, a very young age? How could how could he leave that school or Kaer Morhen, which I think they would just repeatedly take trials and tests and studies. How could he have time to have taken contracts for a night. Okay, now that I have rewatched it, it was only a dream. He never took any contract for a night job. We are at episode 6, you know. Oh my god, the fight was awful. I'm not going to lie.
Magic.
It was supposed to be like the climax of this whole season. You know, the build up of the Mages and Jennifer's team. The fight was awful, man. Vilgefortz was like the best ever skilled mage. He lost. Like, what?
Magic.
Yeah, before season 4, we saw him fight against Geralt. It wasn't even close. Like, he was the best skilled fighter and mage ever. And now season 4, he's been gaining even more power. He's like using dark magic and stuff now. So he would be stronger, right? And how did he fell into a trap and then lose against Yennefer and her team, which they caught him, but how could they let him escape so easily? What they always wanted all along was to kill him, so they caught him, but they let him escape. Why?
Magic.
At Ciri's side of the story, she and the gang of rats kidnaps a boy, but they are encountered with another gang of thieves or bandits, and they were losing so badly. Everybody was getting their ass handed to them, but Siri stepped up and helped them, and she just slaughtered them all like going through butter. But then I don't understand why Miso, Siri's lover or Falca, was kind of like sad or angry that she like obliterated, slaughtered the other gang. Like, why would you complain? If it wasn't for Falca, you all would have died. She helped you. Sh and Miso was saying like she's sad and angry that Falca's turning evil or something. Like that even matters. She's been turning evil so long ago, and what else would you want? Let you all die? For the penultimate episode, episode 7, we presented with the swamp spirits, which they gave us riddles, and I mean, I kind of like the tone and the feeling about that whole action scene where it's kind of mysterious, where she taking Garrott's friends and like crew, like dragging them inside of the swamp water, or kind of like some mm, mm, like forest magic, that kind of feel. And so Garrett solves the riddle, and Jennifer tells Geralt that the Ciri who is in Ymir's castle is a fake one and not really their daughter.
Yeah.
And Jarpin and Percival are so sparked in their journey with Geralt. They leave to pursue something better about life, more beautiful than just killing and seeing people die. And now, the final episode that would decide all of its fate. Episode 8. So Yen opens up to her team that she thought to win against Vilgefortz, she needed to raise an army of soldiers, which she decided that wasn't the play. She should have thought of sisterhood, whatever that means, and that made her or them not gathering power and fighting like mages properly, which I did not understand because they did fought like mages. I kind of like they worked together. They set up traps and they had plans and stuff. But I didn't see them fought like soldiers that much. So what does that mean? That sisterhood was overlooked. Hmm. Mm, and I think I'll just end it there. I know there are some other aspects about the series that I didn't talk about, but I thought the most important thing that really strains us is the screenwriting and the plot holes. So let me know what you guys think. Did you guys like it or not? Let me know down in the comments. That is it for today. See you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to take the time to hit that subscribe button to don't miss out on fun times, right? We all have time for some fun times, so for future fun times, hit subscribe. See ya!